Welcome back to Man to Man episode. George Truly, Darius Butler, and my co-host Antoine Bethea.
Yo.
And a very, very special guest, both our former teammates. How long was y'all teammates?
Four.
For when you came in?
09.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay. And me and JP came in the same year, 2009 draft class. Jerraud Powers, man. What's happening?
What's good, fellas? What's good?
In slow motion, man. You know it.
For real.
D-Buck, what's up, man? What you got going?
Man, trying to, working
7 different LLCs out of the garage at the crib.
Nah, stop it, man. Hey, that's what the pandemic do, man.
Hey, it's taxes, bro. It helps taxes, though. We got to do that. You got to have a family business at the home. You can write off them kids, yo.
Man, hey, I'm about to open up this academy, matter of fact.
Just do that. I remember you was telling me about that a few years ago at a broadcast boot camp. You said you was looking into that.
Yeah, I'm talking about with these kids right now, though.
Oh.
That
you was on some real shit.
That virtual learning, boy.
Word.
Facts, man. How everything been with you, though?
Man, can't complain, man. Kids healthy, wife healthy, family healthy, living, man. During this crazy time, 2020, everybody thought it was going to be a glorious year. We just trying to make it do what it do.
Where you at right now?
We at the beach. We in Destin. We got here last night. The kids had school this morning. We virtual, so we get to move around a little bit.
Oh, so y'all living out there.
Ain't trying to get like y'all. It ain't Miami, you know what I'm saying? But it's little waves. We good.
Yeah, man. So you been keeping up with these playoffs? I know you out there at the beach playing. Got a TV in the crib.
Nah, I've been keeping up. I thought the Celtics was gonna end them boys yesterday, man. And Kyle Lowry, that's their championship pedigree. Ain't a big Kyle Lowry fan. Not a fan of the flopping. Ain't talking about him personal. I'm just saying his basketball game. Ain't a big flopping fan type guy or whatever. But last night, man, he did what he had to do. Game 7, anything can happen now.
Nah, for sure. I definitely think he put the squad on his back, man. Obviously, thinking about when DeRozan left, okay, who's going? I mean, obviously not when DeRozan, but when DeRozan left, Kawhi came. And then when Kawhi left, obviously it's like, okay, who's going to take over that role? Where down the stretch, if you need that clutch player, who is it going to be? And I definitely, you've seen it last night. He did his thing, but he from Philly, man. So
yeah,
they know about that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, the Nova boys.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, them Nova boys, man. They built different. They know how to win. They know how to play ball. It's tough ball too.
Facts. That's that throwback Big East boys, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was at UConn, so I used to watch all the matchups, man. And I think Kawhi coming there last year, taking them boys over the top, getting that chip, that just, that take you to the next level. Because they was always having great regular seasons, getting the playoffs, get beat by Bron, the GOAT. And DeRozan left, Kawhi come in, they win. And now Lowry carrying the torch, man. I think Game 7, I think they're winning that. I think
they got the momentum.
Boston messed up. When they let them win Game 3, it's a wrap.
Hey, another thing with Kyle Lowry, too. He probably ain't got his due respect. He's been a consistent good player in the league, and
for a long time.
For a long time, and he ain't really got that respect that I think he probably deserved. But at the same token, man, I saw Jaylen Brown interview after the game. He locked in, man. I don't know. I think Boston and let 2 games slip away. You had the buzzer beater one game, and then you had last night. And just hearing him after the game, just talking about how confident he is, can't wait to get back on the court, man. That just shows you what Brad Stevens got over there, man. It wouldn't surprise me if they really have a complete game and finish them boys off like they should. No homo.
Yeah. So you got Boston.
I got Boston, man. I got to see Kemba on the big stage, and I think it's going to happen this year because if it don't, he going to get dragged with Kyrie leaving and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me a Raptors without Kawhi, y'all can't beat them? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think it's a big game for Kemba, and I think he's going to show in Game 7 what he about. It'll be a big stage for him.
Especially coming off the game he had. I think he had 50, he played 51 minutes and had 5 points. So, Yeah, I think
That's
he's
tough.
definitely going. Yeah, that's tough. I think he's going to come back with vengeance, man, and do his
So
thing.
both of y'all got Boston.
I got Boston.
Nah. I got Toronto. I got Toronto. I think just coming off this a huge win for them. I just think they got the momentum right now. Then, like you said, Rock, that championship pedigree, man, that speaks. That goes a long way. You know, that goes a long way. I feel as though they're very confident right now. Like you said, down 2-0, they made the big shot, be able to pull it out in double overtime. I just figure out they're gonna find a way in Game 7, being that they've been there. That they're gonna bring it home.
Yeah, I'm riding with Toronto too, man. Like you said, them boys got that experience. Boston, I think, is a more talented team, hands down, especially the big three. But them boys, they still got to learn. You still got to learn. So they're going to hit that wall, I think, this year. Now, I want my boy Kimber the ball, trust me. But I just got Kyle Lowry, Powell. I was surprised they didn't give Lowry that last shot, matter of fact, in regulation.
But will y'all agree to this? Boston's outplayed them this whole series. They just gave up some games, right? Y'all agree to that, right?
I mean,
not
necessarily. That
necessarily.
game
You
too.
had a buzzer beater when you was up double digits.
Bro,
I think
They
no,
fall back.
Yeah.
That's where the pedigree come in
but
at. Did you see that pass?
No, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not taking that away. That's. I mean, last year versus Philly, Game 7, Kawhi hit a big shot. They know what it's like to be in them big games. But to me, it just looks like the better team is the Celtics, and I think this is where they gotta grow. If the Celtics don't win this game, like, when is it gonna happen? You gotta break them up. You gotta start over, Brad.
They're still young. They're still young, bro. I think it's the first year we seen Jaylen Brown really come into himself on the offensive
This is the
end.
NBA. It's the
NBA.
NBA.
You gotta give him time.
We've been saying that every year for Boston.
Kemba, but last year they had Kyrie. This year you bring in, Kemba. So I mean, on that court, and then I feel as though that break either helped or hindered a lot of teams. Not saying like don't get it twisted. I feel as though Boston, like you say, they got dogs. You know what I'm saying? They got really I say 3 dogs. They got 3 dogs. So I mean, I get what you're saying.
You know what? Marcus Smart. He.
That's when I was like, is he 4?
But we acting like this ain't been Boston's team the last 3 years. In that case, we can say Philly need to keep who they got. They just as young.
But you can just tell Philly just not.
All right, so Jaylen Brown, he signed an extension, right?
I don't know.
I want to say Jaylen Brown signed an extension like last year, but you got a young superstar. You got a young superstar with Tatum coming up. Kemba just got paid. Like, it's gonna be some stuff to where it's like, you got another year in your deal. We gotta let you go to get something back because we ain't gonna have enough money to pay you. It's gonna be one of them situations, is what I'm saying.
He goes, Jalen did. He signed a 4-year, 115. So he signed. So I mean, I think you give him another year. I think you give him another year for 1,000%. I think you let Brad Stevens coach him for one more.
Yeah, I think Brad Stevens is a hell of a coach too. Like, not in Boston at all. But you would think this would be the year for Boston to really take that step. Is all I'm saying.
Nah,
you would think
the situation, fair game, even court, no fans. Like, this is skill on skill in the bubble. We had a wreck, baby.
What you think about that? Miami sending the Bucks home in the gentleman's sweep.
Man, it's the first time since Bron left y'all true Miami fans like been speaking up. Y'all ain't believing this team. Y'all ain't believing this. Hey, but real facts though, Jimmy Butler, he like that, man. Like, Jimmy Butler, the type of dude that I want to play with. Like,
he a dog.
He gonna call you. If you right, you right. If you wrong, you wrong. He one of them type of dudes. He gonna call a spade a spade. You rock that.
You gotta respect that.
You rock that. And it seems like him, with how young they are, is perfect for that because they gotta listen to him. And them dudes they got that's young, like Tyler Hero and all them boys, they got game too.
Duncan
Like, the most confident young boys in the league. Like,
Bam be bowling on both ends.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
I wouldn't want to play them. Like, I wouldn't want to play the Heat. In the bubble, I wouldn't. Like, maybe if it was still out home and away, because of matchup problems. But in the bubble, shoot, them boys think they at their home gym, man. They playing in the hallway. They playing in the hallway.
And you know what? I like Coach Spoelstra too. Like you could just tell on the sideline, man. He know what he has. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though as a coach, man, being a good coach, like you, not saying other coaches panic, but you can kind of see it when I think when they came out last game, they came out kind of flat, and they interviewed him on the court, and he was like, "Look, like they want to play. I know they want to play. Just they're gonna settle down. They're gonna be good." And he was calm, and as a player. We had Coach Dungy,
Coach Caldwell,
like they never lost their cool. You know what I'm saying? As a player, it's like, you see a coach like that, he's not rattled, man. We always gonna be good. So I definitely like what they got over there in Miami, man. And
hey, I got a question for you. Do you take Spoelstra or Brad Stevens? Who the better coach?
Spoelstra.
You gotta go to Spoelstra.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah,
he got the chips.
Is that a fair question though? Like, I think people thought that LeBron made Spoelstra. Spoelstra, since LeBron left, had Miami competitive every year.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah, even with that team, man. I mean, you weren't gonna lose. You was going to the final with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. So I can definitely see why people feel that way. But I think Spo definitely earned it. I don't think that's a fair comparison. Honestly. Yeah. I think that's disrespectful to Spo, the Buck. That's very
because of the championship pedigree. My fault. Yeah, right. No, I agree. I'm just more so talking smarts.
Yeah, like
X's and O's.
Yeah. I feel like Brad is a young dude, but he
got some room to grow.
Yeah. You question him right now. You expecting him to be in at least the conference finals this year. So if you do that,
he's been at the conference finals.
They get over that hump though.
Yeah.
What year did this been? Like 4?
Like 4 or 5. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all acting like they a brand new squad.
Man,
this the first
Bron just left. What?
Yeah, that's a fact.
He just left. So
hey, it seems like it's been a while though, don't it?
Yeah, don't forget that.
Been gone a long time.
That's the impact that's the impact my man be having, bro.
And now the East is so competitive and so good and all this other things that they never were when he was there. But it was just because he ran through that shit, man.
Man, let's go out west though. The Lakers and the Rockets.
The series over.
The Lakers up 2-1. Rockets out there playing small ball like they definitely in the open gym. They open gym. They playing small ball like they in open gym. What you think?
Man, I'm a Laker fan. So I think it's definitely gonna be 4-1 for sure. But the only thing is the Rockets can probably sneak one in there just because if they hot, they hot. It's one-on-one basketball. If 2-3 of them hot, they hot. Like, but it's gonna take like Harden to go for 50 and Russ gonna have to go for like 40. Or I think Bron them just gonna finish them. But if Bron come out there sometimes how he do kind of passive, man, they'll get one up too. Cause AD starting to do that every now and then too. But when they locked in, man. When they locked in, I mean you just can't beat them.
LeBron came out cooking last game.
For sure. I know everybody.
That's energized like that. Man, how they do is swatting shit at the rim, pushing the tempo. When he play like that, he unstoppable. It's just like he in year 17, so you can't expect
I think I saw somebody post something that said he's the only one to ever like have no moves and like getting you buckets.
See, I don't believe Bron got moves though, man.
No, he got moves. Like if you know basketball, of course he got moves. You know basketball, but a turnaround fade to the average fan look like
it's amazing, right?
Yeah, just like how you go and pick off that out route, they just think
that's normal to do that. Yeah. Hey, what's up with your man? What's up with my man D House though? He like the
man. I'm guessing.
Got the shorty up in the joint.
And he good too. Like, and he a key player. Like they need him.
But listen,
he had to be lit. They probably was at the bar.
She was tough.
They probably was at the lobby. He saw at the lobby.
Nah, I ain't see her. I ain't see it. I'm just saying, like
she probably saw in the lobby, like you the one gave me that test. One thing.
So at least he knows she good.
Yeah, but it could have been on some innocent stuff too. I ain't gonna doubt him. out. Yeah, it's under investigation. Black men don't cheat anyway.
Yeah, respect.
He got a lady?
I don't know. I'm just
Oh,
helping
yeah,
him if he do. If he do, we looking out.
Trying to get an extra touch.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Family coming in town. He want to make sure he not
All
spraying that to the fans. Nah,
for sure.
I
He
definitely
probably
get
was
it.
trying to get his people tested low key. It probably was
Yeah.
something like that. Because they allow family now. He probably knew Shorty from round the way or something. He knew it, like come through.
And I know, they tripping. They tripping. My man
They
Anderson,
overreacting.
man.
Wait
Free
till
my
the story
man.
come out. Yeah, free my man. They overreacting.
Free my man.
I bet he play tonight. He go play tonight, and that's when you gonna know. Yeah, they was tripping.
Nah, he about to hope. Ain't gonna be tonight, but he'll be next game.
The next game. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So who we got? We got
who else out
there?
Denver?
Denver.
Clippers.
That's over.
Yeah,
my man, young Porter.
Tripping, and he nice too. He nice. He tripping. That's something you just gotta have in the locker room. Like, coach, I need to holler at you. You don't go to the media eating damn peanuts.
Yo,
and act like yo, like they holding me back. Like y'all think Maul nice. I'm nice.
Hey, I just told D-Bud, I said, you can just tell by his whole mannerisms how he was sitting there, had his head down, and how he was eating the M&Ms, like he's about to say something crazy.
Hey, yo, but on some real stuff, like we can't, like D-Bud, on some real stuff, early in our career, 20, 21, 22, you knew how our attitudes was. Like, I used to have some horrible body language towards coaches on some, if I really told you how I feel. So he like 18, 19. He used to like, team ball, whatever, but he can't do that. This would be a lesson for him. He'll grow from that.
But the crazy thing about it, if you listening to him, like he got some valid points.
True, he just can't do it like
that. But you can't say it. Yeah, you can't say it. Yeah,
you can't even at this point in your career. You can't even take that to the team. That got to be a one-on-one conversation with probably an assistant coach. That ain't even you can't. And first and foremost, you're the biggest liability on the court on defense. Jamal don't play defense. True. We know that. Joker don't play defense. We know that. You're the third option on offense. You got to give us something more defense. Yeah. You can't be you know what I mean? Come on, bro.
Nah, he the next. He next. Basically, he's next.
What y'all think his homeboy is telling them? Like, yo, you had 15 in the first half. They didn't give you the ball, bro.
You know his man. You know his man's texting him. You know he got to his phone when he got into the locker room. Like, why ain't give you the rock? You already know they feeding him.
After that dunk, bro.
Man.
But
he can't hate like I'm giving him a pass because
after that dunk,
get a ball to Jamal Murray. He should right now.
After that dunk, he feeling himself.
Hey, I already knew. You got that glow, bro.
He calling his agent. Yo, we need contract talk. Man, like I'm different out here.
Yeah, what that shoe deal was talking about. Yeah,
I'm different.
Once you catch somebody slipping like that, man, you got that glow on you for us. You can't tell him nothing right now. So he gonna come down to earth. He got to get better on defense.
All I know,
offense is scary.
If they want to win, he better pass the ball to Jamal Murray and them boys. I know that.
Jamal Murray
Jay Murray.
He's not aggressive enough right now.
He been off.
He's tired, bro. Look what he just went through. It's his first time doing this. He don't know if he wants to. And off-season workouts weren't prepared for this.
And I'm talking trash. I'm talking trash to D-Buck. Like, man, he gonna get Beverly buckets. But he got to see Beverly. Then he got to see Kawhi.
The best of the best.
George.
The best of the best. Like, yeah, you thought last series was tough. Do it again.
Exactly. That's the playoff.
But that's where you make your name at, young boy. Like,
that's what I'm saying. So next offseason, he gonna get busy and watch what he do next year. Because this is his first time really putting up these numbers. So watch what he do next year.
I told Twan, I thought he was numb. He was numb last series. He going at it because it's different. When you going back and forth with another young cat, it's me and you. We two young killers at each other's neck. Now you go to that next level. It's like, oh shit, all right, this shit.
That was cool to see. That was good to watch, man. As a basketball fan, that was good to watch. Yeah, even Jokic, his skill level and Rudy Gobert, like that's just fun to watch. Skill on skill like that.
That was definitely a fun series.
Man.
This one they in now?
It's a wrap.
Too much. All right, playing in the NFL, Antoine, as you know, our schedules were crazy.
Yeah.
Do this time, do that time. Always running around busy. We didn't have time to really, even though I like to have a cocktail. You?
Yeah, for sure. I always, not only one, but maybe two or three.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I know I'm no mixologist, a bartender, so this Cutwater canned cocktails are perfect for people like us.
For sure.
Tailgate, home watching games, just chilling in the backyard. Who knows? So it's the perfect. I mean, they make perfect mixes: vodka mules, margaritas, whatever your drink of choice is at whatever event. Man, Cutwater canned cocktails be perfect for you, man. So
convenience is key.
Key.
Convenience is key, man. Just leave it to the experts, man. Let them do their thing. Cutwater canned cocktails. Be on the lookout for them. They're good. They're delicious, and that's my go-to.
Great. I'm about to go grab me one right now.
Hey, pop two. Let's switch that thing over, man. Let's talk about that football, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, it's majority DB talk. So Jalen Ramsey, big bag.
Yo,
how you like his game?
I love it. You know, man, I ain't know when it comes to DBs, just knowing how hard the position is critiqued. It's gonna be somebody that's like really trash or really bad for me to just say they're a bad player on that level, because you out there on that island, and then when you like have the pedigree that you have every week, you gotta live up to that. You know what I mean? Like when you're at the top, if you say you're a top corner in this league, you just can't say that and don't back it up. Like last offseason, he came to training camp with that Brinks truck. And it came to fruition. So I'm just happy he set the market. Now it don't matter if you the top or not. If you up next, you should say thank you, because now the corner's getting 20 a year. Get quarterback money now. Finally.
And it honestly drug a little bit, because it wasn't a corner. Pat Pill hasn't done the deal in a couple of years. Gilmore, pretty much a lot of the guys at the top, because usually whatever them top receivers making, the top corners was right up there. You know what I mean? And the receivers, they've been signing 20 a year around that ballpark. So now you got a corner that's making 20 a year, so 20 plus a year. So that's good for everybody. That's a win for everybody.
Man, you just think about the last month and the numbers these dudes are signing. I remember just 5 years ago, like folks saying football will never get baseball money. Like you look at it now. Like if you're an average corner and you play well and you about to re-up, like
you get 10.
You getting 10.
10 a year.
10, bro. Like that's wow. I mean, that's happy. I'm happy for that. Don't get me wrong, but you just think about it now. You like, man, they get money now. Like, speak up. Like, you got power now. Like that ain't chump change no more. That's a grip.
And they about to redo. these what they do, TV money.
TV, yeah.
So they know that money coming. I mean, even you look a couple months ago when Dak was saying he wanted 35.
People thought he was crazy.
I remember I was talking about, I was like, look, in a few years, that ain't even gonna be top 5 money. And look, we got 39 a year, 45 a year. Like,
so look at that, DB. So he signed the franchise tag. Dallas waited. It backfired on a franchise. What, 31?
He up there. He got to be in the top 3, right?
He in the 30s. I know. It might be 33. He in the 30s. So he going. Let's just say he played a franchise. Remember, Kirk Cousins played the franchise twice.
Yeah,
I think it was 20, but I think it was like at 20 and 21. Like he made 21 year, then like 28 the next, maybe, or something like that. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
But we talking about Dak. He go get 30 something this year on the tag, and then next year he go sign for 40 a year.
Man, I wouldn't even sign.
I'm just if he do. We're talking 70 million in 2 years.
Yeah, you got to pay extra for the disrespect. Though.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you got to give me exactly what I want. You making me wait another year.
For sure.
I mean, but I was just if he left Dallas is what I'm saying. If he played the tag and decided to walk away from Dallas, so they either have to tag him again or he walks away and sign for 40 whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. But the Cowboys might actually be good this year with the weapons that they got. I don't know how the hell they got CeeDee Lamb in the draft.
Offense, I never really questioned the offense. Like right now, it's gonna be the back end. The back end for defense.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be something. You know, obviously with the front four that they have, obviously that can help. And the linebacking crew they can
great
have.
Linebackers,
Linebackers. So that's gonna help. But as far as on the back end, not saying that it's a liability. I just feel that that's the weakest part of the team right now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But
and with
I was about to say, you look at that division. it ain't really no killers at quarter outside of Wentz.
Nah, Daniel Jones gonna do his thing this year.
Daniel Jones ain't no. He not. I'm not losing no sleep over Daniel Jones. Carson Wentz, I feel like is the only quarterback in that division that can come out there and he could beat you every week. So if we can scheme something together with that front and that linebacker crew, and we can just rush forward and have 7 back here, they can. Who they got? They got Mike Nolan now at D coordinator.
I think so.
Yeah,
man, you better do something when you see my young boy Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes, we're gonna see. Who's the receiving crew?
He got Golden Tate, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slade, young boy.
Darius Slade from Auburn, yeah, he balled last year.
You got Evan Ingram at the tight end position.
Oh, they said Evan Ingram been balling at tight end in camp.
Yo, he was balling last year at camp, but his thing is he just got to stay healthy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
he's been looking explosive and everything.
Yeah, so he got some weapons, and then you got Saquon back there. Like you got some weapons, and Danny Dimes, the knock on him was his turnovers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fumbling.
Yeah, fumbling and stuff. So you can get that if your O-line help him out. I think he gonna have something.
If Carson Wentz stay healthy, the Eagles will be tough this year. I think their defense gonna be good. I mean, they keep players restructuring contracts. You know,
Slade back was huge.
Listen, they doing whatever they got to do to keep that crew together or whatnot. So if Carson Wentz stay healthy, I think that they'll be tough. But at that same token, with the Cowboys, they just got so many weapons on offense. But like y'all played in a lot of secondaries. If it don't matter how good your front seven is, if your back end is not complete, and I mean, like if y'all ain't on the same page
at all times,
it can be a long year. I don't care how talented. I mean, like I said, we had Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis rushing on the edge and went 2-14 one year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it can just be tough.
A quarterback, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah. That's another story.
That's a whole other
story. We was my man Painter in there.
Yo, we was actually out there balling, bro. On defense, we was
fighting, bro. We was
fighting every week, bro. It was like 7 games we lost by less than 6 points.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we was out there, bro. Yeah, that's a whole nother. That's the
thing, though. That's the thing about playing DB because you look at the box score, you be like, they gave up.
Hey, respect the Curtis Painter, man. We gonna get Paint on the show, man. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, because my man wasn't prepared for that, yo. They ain't prepared. That was a bad situation for Curtis.
Peyton was supposed to be the starter. Then Kerry Collins came in and robbed us for
$3 million.
$3 million real quick.
Yo, Kerry Collins came to the locker room when we played Tennessee. Like, what's up, guys? Like,
he in the recording studio. He in the recording studio every week, every day, recording music.
That boy Troy Polamalu bumped him, and he had a concussion and shut it down. When I say he bumped him.
Hey, I respected Kerry Collins. Hey.
Was he already retired though? And they just kind of called him?
Yeah, we came and got him.
Like, yo, we need you. We need you for our savior.
Yo, Toy, you remember them long conversations at what was the Buffalo Teds?
Now Teds,
yeah. We used to be out there thing like frustrated, bro, depressed. Like, what we gonna do?
That's the word, man. You go out there and have a great series. You go out there and unstrap and punt ready.
Man, it got to a point on defense. We was playing 5 coverages that year. When we played the Patriots that year, we had 3 coverages.
Was Ron Meeks the D coordinator?
No. He was gone. I want to say, but I think our D coordinator, we was in New England that year.
Yeah, whatchamacallit, the linebacker coach. Somebody got fired.
Something happened, and Murphy had to end up calling that game. And I remember I probably called. They hit us with a no huddle one drive.
No huddle? We were not prepared.
Not prepared
at all.
And Tom, he like, I already know they're gonna be in one coverage. I already know what they're gonna be in, and I'm about to dial it up.
Yeah, 7 plays touchdown from the first quarter to the fourth.
Carolina. Damn.
It was ugly. So, hey, let's what you obviously tonight, man. We football is back. Thursday night football. We got the Kansas City Chiefs, man, the Houston Texans, 2 of the most dynamic young quarterbacks in the game right now. Both of them got paid. I think it's going to be an exciting game. I think everybody's excited that football is back. You know what I mean? We had a great time right now. We got baseball, we got basketball, NBA, hockey. We got everything. You know what I'm saying? Tennis. I was watching the U.S. Open, and John got to see what Serena Williams did today. But
shout out to Serena. 100 wins at
100 wins. Oh, so she got the dub
at the Archer Ashe court.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. It was like the next one is Federer, and he only got like 70. So shout out to Serena.
Shout out to her, Black Queen. But
Naomi, she on the way too.
Yeah,
Naomi, Coco Golf, they on our way.
Yeah, Naomi like 21, yo. She gonna kill them records probably.
Facts.
What you think about tonight? What you think about what you think the young boys gonna do, man?
Well, shit, this gonna be last night by the time this come out. But let's put your prediction in.
Yo, not to cut y'all off, but has anybody been talking about the Black Anthem? Like, why ain't nobody talking about that tonight? Remember, they supposed to play the Black Anthem tonight.
Because nobody gonna understand
bullshit.
Man, we should rock that joint an hour every game.
Every game.
I didn't even know that was the Black Anthem. To keep it real with you.
Yeah, I didn't either. But when they said it was, I rock with it. But hey, how about I think But I think with tonight opening NFL and everything, man, with it being Deshaun Watson and Pat Mahomes, with the two new young quarterbacks, that's the face of our league now for the next 15, 20 years, probably. Lamar Jackson, like that whole class. Yeah, shout out to that whole class for sure. But I think you just got a preview of maybe a future rivalry. I know those guys are best of friends. I ain't saying like that, but just on the football field, I think fans tonight will see why we would want to see them two play every Sunday on prime time, and I don't think nobody would be mad about it.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Yeah.
I mean, I got beat up last night because I've been watching their film, and I tweeted out like, "Hey, man, the more film I watch, it's harder to really figure out which one of these quarterbacks is better." And people was killing me. Oh man, it's a huge gap. This is that and this. But when you put that film on, some of that stuff Deshaun does, I would say the biggest gap is Deshaun does make more negative plays. You know, he runs himself in the sack sometimes. And Mahomes is, he got the better arm. But some of that shit that Deshaun do, real Superman-ish.
So we all played on the defensive side. We was all in the secondary. So, with Deshaun, man, having those intangibles where you're able to prolong plays as DBs, we hate that. They call it the scramble drill. You know what I'm saying? You plaster your man and whatever. As an offensive coordinator, do you take those negative plays that, you have Deshaun back there, he's capable of, doing what he can do. He can do his, his Superman stuff. Do you take those negative plays at times?
I think you have an understanding of who your player is. I think both guys take chances. Like Pat Mahomes, everybody glorifies his arm, but we can all say some of them throws are chances, and then with Deshaun, we'll say he hold the ball a little bit long. But one of the things as a coach, I think when you're dealing with guys like that, they're going to make more plays than they're going to give up or have negatives. So I think you just kind of trust them in those situations. But also, I think those guys watch film too. So I think those guys realize their weakness too. And in the offseason, I don't think Pat Mahomes trying to get any stronger. I think he's trying to find different ways of becoming a smarter quarterback. I think he in an interview said last year was the first time he kind of understood defense. Said it was something like that. Mahomes said that. Like I think that's so I think that's the difference in those two. See, I think Deshaun Watson always understood defense. And I think those are the difference in the trait. Not saying that's a negative or positive, because at the same token, you can say Deshaun Watson can't make certain throws that Pat Mahomes make, but if he continue to work on it, of course, he can, become the same type thrower. But I think that's the key difference in those two, and that's why they make them great. We saw Pat Mahomes do some stuff we've never seen in football before, and if you think that he's getting smarter every year, you can just think it's going to get scarier with the weapons they got.
That's what I just said. I'm like, it's scary if it's half of the season last year, he couldn't read the defense, and he chopping boys up like that.
That's crazy.
I can only imagine.
When you watching that film, you see the type of predicaments that Andy Reid putting the defense in. Like it's tough, especially when you have, it's not just a scheme, but then you have the personnel. You got Travis Kelce with matchup issue. Hill.
Hey,
Then you always got a back who can put you in trouble.
Trust me,
that's ugly.
I know. We was out there when we played out AG. We went out there, and that was real.
Y'all know, like, they play like a little highlight clip on NFL Network, ESPN, and it's Pat Mahomes on the sideline talking about, like, yeah, we got to make a play. That full clip, you could tell he probably didn't understand defense, because that full clip, he says, look, they in man-to-man. I'm going to throw you a slant. Make them miss.
Hey,
I was like, the boys just out there balling.
The boys out there playing backyard ball, and that's how Andy make it. And Andy Reid got a great shit. His whole history with quarterbacks, Mike Vick, McNabb, even Kevin Cobb here that really good. Favre, Alex Smith. So he gonna make you look good.
Coach too. He seemed like a player coach, man. Seemed like guys love to play for him too.
Yeah, my boy Ty played for him, and he loved Andy Reid. So that shit go a long way.
Rock, man, we want to jump on your career, man. I always big you up, man, because we always talk about when you first came into the locker room. And you came out on the field, even though your swag was weak. It was the worst. But you had 49, and that was the worst.
Not by choice. Not by choice.
We're not gonna talk about that. But we always said, like, as a rookie, like, yo, buddy, right there, he ahead of his time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understood the game. You took coaching well. But, you know what I mean, you were just a baller, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did that come from? Was it like, you know what I mean, the coaching in college, the coaching that you had in high school, or like what was it at such a young time in your career?
Like, for me, where I come from, like, the area I grew up, like, everybody played football. My uncles played, cousins played. I don't have no brothers, but, you know, when you grow up with certain people, like your closest friends, over time, y'all either cousins or that's your brother and all that. So I had a bunch of people in my neighborhood that played, so I kind of followed suit. But back then, you couldn't just play to play. You kind of had to earn your keeps. You know, so they weren't even gonna let you play if you weren't worth playing. So I was always small. I was fast and quick, and I had an attitude about me or an edge about me. Like, I ain't care if you was, you know, 6'4". I ain't care if you was little than me. If you was on the field, we was gonna get busy. That's kind of how we was brought up. Like, it ain't your job to worry about who your competition is. Where we come from, you taught to survive. Either, like that old saying, it's like kill or be killed type mentality. You look out for yourself and then figure everything else out. But coming up, you know, you have people that doubt you, and then certain people use those doubts or that negativity, you know, as fuel or motivation. I mean, you come up, you see certain people that you don't really have heroes, or, you know, people ask you who you looked up to. You don't say like Michael Jordan or anybody like that unless they was from your hood. You look up to people that was doing stuff that they was telling you better not do. You know what I mean? You was looking up to, you know, guys that was looking out for you and doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, and telling you if they saw you doing what they doing that it'll be problems or issues. So once you get in that mentality of just survival mode and negativity, and you figure you don't want to be like this guy, that guy, and you got 3 sisters, a mother that's working 3 jobs, you like, I'm good at this. I'm going to just do whatever I got to do to get to school. And then I was blessed enough to be good enough, obviously, to kind of choose where I wanted to go to school. I went to Auburn off some situation at Bama with my mom's talking to the coaches. Y'all remember George Wallace, the old governor? He stood on campus where Nick Saban just a few weeks ago stood in support of Black lives. He stood in that very same spot and said there'll never be a Black athlete to play at the University of Alabama. And that happened in the 50s. That happened in the 50s. Yeah, Alabama crazy when it come to racism and all that. But that happened in the 50s, right? Well, I could be wrong in my dates, but that happened way back when. But on my recruiting visit, my mom actually brought that up in conversation and was like, "Now I don't feel comfortable with my son playing here because of that." And we talking, that was almost 60 some years later or whatever. So when I went to Auburn, they heard about it, made everything great. But when I went to Auburn, Coach Will Muschamp was there, who is the South Carolina head coach. He was the first coach that I ever had that kind of held you responsible for what you said you was going to do. You know, like before we went out on that first practice, he'll have a team meeting and everybody agree to certain things. You know, he'll say, these are our goals. This is what we got to do to commit them, whatever. And once you agree to that, it was almost like signing a contract. He held you responsible for every workout, every missed assignment, every missed day of school, everything that you did, if it was negative and it hurt the team, he kind of let you know you was doing something that was against what we agreed on. And if you a liar, he can't trust you type. So he was tough in that. He was tough in that. So it made me study the game to the point to where I never wanted to have an MA because I never wanted to get called out in front of my teammates. I used to always feel like guys that got called out in front of their teammates, it was really just a lack of focus. I mean, some systems is complex, some people's jobs is hard, and the people that have those troubles in football, as y'all know, coaches know that, like know when you got a hard job, so you critique different. But the things that you're supposed to know as a player, I used to always feel like if guys came in and they ain't know what to do on the basic shit, cover 3, cover 2, you missing half field, like you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, bro. I can't count on you.
Especially at corner.
Right.
Especially at corner. And then, you know, in college, when you get there on campus, it's just doggy dog world. You got to either make play, you got to stand out to even get considered to get put on the field. Even, I guess, back then when we played. Now, if you a high recruit, they're going to give you an opportunity. But sure, when I went in, you got to think, I'm 5'9", 155 when I got to Auburn. You know, and it's Courtney Taylor, Ben Obamadu, it's Cadillac and all them boys that just left, Jason Campbell and all them dudes. So when I got to Auburn,
was Lowe still there? Or he had left?
Yeah,
Rogers.
Los had just left. You know, so it was a lot of things that went on that kind of made you have to be like hold your end of the bargain. And so when I got to the league, man, I was blessed enough to have guys like Twan, Robert Mathis, Reggie Wayne, Gary Brackett, all those guys that already been on the team 4 or 5 years, already been to a Super Bowl. So I ain't really have to come in and stand out. I just had to fit in. And I knew if I just fit in to the point to where, all right, this week, Rock, you just got here, OTAs, you going with the threes. I'm telling myself, I'm about to ball, but I know I'm not a 3-type corner. So I know whoever I'm going against, I'm finna eat. And the only way I could eat is if I knew what I was doing on the field. So I knew if I held my end on that stick, I'd find some way, somehow to get on the field. And lucky enough, I ended up earning that job during camp that year. So.
No, that's big. And for the listeners, man, he said MA. MA means missed assignment. Missed assignment. So, you know, we always get graded on those, and the more MAs you have, the deeper on the bitch you gonna go. So,
or you might get fired.
Yeah.
Especially if they it's big. Everybody gonna make mistakes. Everybody gonna get beat, but just repeating the same mistakes, missing the same assignments over and over. That's one thing I know stand out as coaches. Like, damn, this dude, every time every day, bro, we've been doing this for 2 weeks. We're on the next install now. You still messing up on last week's stuff. So the NFL, especially in college as well, like stuff moving along so fast, you only got so much time to work with certain cats. So unless you're a 4 or 5-star recruit or you're a high draft pick or a big time free agent, shit, they're gonna move on. And you can't figure out the mental. Everybody got it physically.
That's a fact.
Yeah, once you get to Auburn,
college,
you know.
Yeah, college a business, man. It's a business. Like
big business.
I saw your hometown hero or your area. AI was talking to some kids the other day, and he said that he was like, a mistake ain't a mistake unless you make it twice, and that's a fact. You know, you make it once, it don't happen again. It's never brought up. It's only a mistake if you make it twice.
Nah, that's real. Hey, you you played in a couple secondaries. You know, I think, you know, our year when we was together, I think it was me, you, Lacey, Bullet, Bob. You played with Bob.
Bob.
So we had Kelvin, Marlon, Tim Jennings. So we had a solid secondary. You went to AZ. You had Shoddy. You had Pat P.
Ty. We had Jeremiah Bell. We were solid. We were solid at AZ too. Tony Jefferson.
Yep. You had Swag. You had DJ.
We had DJ the next year. Like actually, that AZ secondary, man. I ain't gonna lie, it was a talented group. Yeah, Shy was there. Rashad Johnson.
So yeah. I don't mean to cut you off. So then you went to Baltimore. Who you had out there in Baltimore?
Baltimore was Jimmy, Ladarius Webb, Eric Weddle. You had who else? We had Kendrick Lewis, Tavon Young. Who else was out there? Yeah, it was stacked too. Yeah, so it was a good group.
out of all your secondaries, like which one did you enjoy the most? Like which one, as far as I always say, like DB, man, y'all gotta be like true brothers, and 9 times out of 10, that's how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's like really like the DBs and the linemen, the offensive linemen, most of the time have like the
closest bond.
Bond. So like which secondary you feel as though you had like that closest bond off the field, and then they kind of transferred over on the field?
Man, that's tough.
Yeah, I don't ask no easy questions.
Nah, that's tough because it'll definitely be between Indy and AZ. And Indy, what was cool about Indy though is I had a bunch of old heads. No disrespect to them. I used to think y'all was old. I think you might have been year 4. And I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, if I can get to year 4, yo, I'm gonna be eating. That's all. That's all as a youngster as you think. But we had like the next youngest guy, I think, was maybe 3 years. It might have been like Michael Cole. Oh no, it was like TJ Rushing maybe.
No, TJ, he was my year.
Oh, TJ was your year. Well, anyway, it was like a gap in age difference. So I used to like get a lot of game for y'all. Like I said, I ain't had brothers. I ain't had that father figure in my room. So I remember like when I got invited to like the round table, like every week on Thursday, a group of guys go out to eat just to talk about what's going on in the family, what's going on in the locker room, just to make sure everybody's straight. And it would be like Peyton, Reggie, Rob, it'd be Gary, myself, like it'd be a group of guys. And I remember when they invited me, I felt like I joined the Illuminati or something. What? Oh my God, I felt like now I can walk around. If I say something, I can make it happen. Like I can go to meeting now and be like, yo, tell Coach Caldwell our legs tied and a drill might be out next practice. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's real.
But, I used to learn a lot from y'all. Like I said, I got engaged that year. I remember I used to ask Sam and Twan, like when me and my girlfriend, wife now, at that time would go through anything, that y'all would be the first 2 I would call just on some advice type stuff. And then it'll be the same thing with Reggie. It'll be the same thing with whoever was in our group. So like even when D-Butt, when you came, I remember being just happy. Like, oh man, another, like I remember telling Twan and them like, nah, D-Butt, that's my guy. He cool. Like wait till y'all see him on the basketball court. And then when you see that family atmosphere, you ain't got to do nothing but be you. So that was kind of vibe. So it was a vibe. But when I got to AZ, what was different, it was flipped. I was the old head, believe it or not. My 4th year, my fifth year in the league, I signed an extension. And you got this young up-and-coming corner in Pat P, who everybody say only thing he needs is to learn how to watch film. Right now, he's just more athletic, faster than everybody, so he can cover. And then, so when I got there, I'm the old head. Me and Rashad Johnson is the oldest people in the secondary room, and you're my Bell, and he was in year 10. And so people used to look up to me now for advice, like Pat or Ty getting ready to get engaged, or man, they have me now. You know what I'm saying? So like y'all said, man, this world, man, it's so crazy how it works. So I went from like a student to a teacher in a matter of a year. But I'll probably say Indy because it was more of a family vibe, even to this day. Like Reggie Wayne riding on the highway, passing my area, and he stopped by just to say what's up. So it's just more of a family vibe. But I'm still like an old head to Ty. Like Ty hit me right before the game earlier today, talking about what he go do tonight, and at the end he called me OG. You know what I'm saying? Like just 2 different perspectives. But I love Baltimore. Baltimore atmosphere, y'all would love that. Like,
everybody say that.
Baltimore culture, bro. Like it was just off the field. It's how Baltimore set up. People live maybe 20, 30 minutes away from one another, bro. So it'd be hard. Like the only time you can meet is like a day you truly don't got nothing else to do. Like you don't really want to get caught in that traffic like that. Like, because where you really want to stay like by the facility, it ain't really nothing to do. So a lot of people go downtown and you gonna get caught in that traffic and be out there all day.
E. Waddle said the same thing about the Ravens environment and atmosphere.
Man, like I never been a part of a team to where like anything going on outside of football, if it was big enough to where it worried a couple people, like Jim Harbaugh just have a team meeting about it and everybody will voice their opinion and handle it like a man, whether it was a beef or not. And like you would just sit there and you would get to speak your piece without being judged. I kind of respect it. At first, I was kind of like, man, something might go down. Like this can definitely go the wrong way. But that was right when I think the Freddie Gray killing happened. Like a year later, So I think I came at a time where I don't know how the culture was before, but when I tell you like everybody in that organization is on the same page as far as like just treating you like a man, like they ain't worried about what you saying on Twitter or what you got on or nothing. They just worry about your football. And if you got an issue that's bigger than football, they gonna address it in front of the whole team. When I tell you we had a team meet, I'm talking front office too.
Yeah.
And like Joe Flacco getting up talking like, hey, I don't understand this. I want y'all to explain it to me. Like, or T Sizzle getting up telling Joe Flacco or Yonda or somebody, I don't understand this about y'all. Explain this to me. So it was like a cool moment, bro. Like cool to be a part of. No lie, cool to be a part of.
That's dope. That's dope.
What's up, man. That probably came from Ray, Sizzle, Ed Reed. You know what I mean? Those guys laid that foundation because Ravens ain't been around that long. But for as long as I can remember, from the outside looking at, even like in high school, I can remember looking at that team, looking at the organization, like, okay, like I would love to play defense for them boys. Like them boys look like they rock with each other. Because at a young age, in high school, you can watch teams and play against teams, and you know if them dudes really rock with each other. And it's the same thing. It's the same way all the way up to the NFL. Whether they hanging out off the field, like you said. For us, I know when I got to become an old head in Indy, like it was important. And Mike Adams kind of started. Hey, every Monday night we get together and we having dinner. We doing this. We doing that. Every Monday, y'all. You know what I mean? So whatever. That's important, man. Especially on that back end, like you said, O-line and defensive backfield. Like we gotta all be on the same page. Right? So it's important.
I was rooting and hating for y'all at the same time. I was rooting every game y'all played. But I just missed the conversation so much. Like we had a close group, yo, and a lot of people say, like we say the same thing about our group in AZ. It was close. When I tell you it was close, it was close. But I mean, what we went through in Indy, as far as especially with you, Torn, the transition from the old coaches, new coaches, and then forming the new relationships, like when Vontae came and all that, Cassius, but like we had a funny group, man.
Fun group. Then even with Hammer, like you said, the coaches Hammer, like
I can't wait till we have Hammer.
Oh man, it was a beautiful thing.
It was fun, man. It was fun.
Josh, JG. Joe LaFage.
Yeah, JG.
Joe LaFage. That boy Joe LaFage be hitting me up. He be hitting me up out the blue.
PG County.
Surge.
And some good football players, though. Like some damn good football players. Surge, my God.
That's what's up, man. So what you doing? Tell us about your podcast, man.
Man, me and Rashad Johnson, man, he played Arizona for 7 years, 1 year in Tennessee, went to Alabama. I went to Auburn. We both from Alabama. Kind of got the same resume, different story. He was a walk-on. I kind of had it different. But we got a podcast calling it Secondary Perspective. And we're just going to touch on a couple different topics, sports, of course. But kind of want to touch on some family topics, family issues, some the issues that's going on outside the field and the courts with the racial stuff, women's movement, Black women power, like a lot of just different thoughts and some different conversations. Not saying we kind of piggybacking off y'all, but the same type of vibe, just kicking it, having a conversation, talking about some football, of course, but talking about other things too, just trying to provide more of a platform, just like how y'all doing, just trying to like add to the list of people that's doing the same thing so we can get that word out there even more, for sure.
No, for sure. Where can they find y'all at?
Yo, you can find me at JPowers25, Twitter and IG, and I think Rashad's is Rashad Johnson 49. And Secondary Perspective, we got the YouTube channel up, but we'll start posting stuff soon. We got a lot of episodes done, but it's a lot of editing getting fixed too, so we're just trying to make sure it's right. So we'll get that out soon for sure.
Now I wanna mention what you're doing with the youngins too in the neighborhood. I see you post a lot where obviously you working with your son Cam. And I text you. I probably every video you post, I probably text you, be like, yo, you gonna have a problem, yo. Like Cam, like he got the swag, he got the headband, like the wristbands. You know what I'm saying? On the basketball court and all that. So like talk about where you just, obviously you want to pay it forward, to the youngsters. Right. Let's talk about, how you like that.
Man, well, to be honest, how I started, at first I just wanted to be a parent, man, and I ain't really want to be that dad. But when y'all both got kids, when they do certain things naturally, and you just see something, you be like, man, I gotta make sure I control this right and nature it the right way and mold it the right way. And Cam, as y'all know, y'all have met him and saw him. He been around the game, man. He was born in it. Last year in Indy, he was born in it. So he had some good times and got some good friends. Like he talk about y'all as if like y'all neighbors or day-to-day folks. Like he'll say like, like I talked to Uncle Ty last night and his friends would be like, what? You talking to the honey badger? And he looked at it like, y'all tripping. That's just Uncle Ty.
Yeah.
But he used to be real shy though. Like he used to always love to work, but never really wanted to be on a team unless I was coaching. And a lot of times in youth sports now, man, you'll see a lot of bad stuff going on where the parents just got the wrong focus. I'm all about development and doing it the right way. Like I never had a trainer teach me nothing growing up. It was just pure playing in the projects, playing in the yard. Like I never did a drill before in my life until I got to high school and then went to college, obviously. So just me being retired, being young, still working out, still in shape. I mean, why not? You missed the game. You missed the game to a point to where you want to be involved. It might not be playing, it might not be coaching, but you just kind of want to be a part of football, period. And this kind of my outlet, man. It gives me a lot of joy, a lot of fun to kind of mold these guys because I got them on a whole DB program. I only do DBs right now for his age group. So I'm like, if you want to be a DB, come and rock with me. So it's been fun to kind of have that going right now.
How many guys he got coming out there working with him? How many his boys, his friends? I know that's
in his group, he got a good 12 to 15 that come on and on. Like he always gonna have at least 7. But a lot of people playing sports now, getting back into the things, but people still getting it in. So he probably got a total about anywhere from 12 to 15. But I got a college group that I had since they were sophomores. Now they're sophomores in college and both start, one at Troy, one at Florida. And I think they're going to be starting next week. They earning the job at camp, still going through camp. But if they pop off, I'm going to send them to y'all to let y'all critique them. I'm going to send y'all their clips and y'all can critique them. It'll be a good look for them.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
I know you already enjoy seeing you putting that work in with him, and you just see him growing and sprouting and balling on the college level, especially. That's what's up, man.
I'm gonna send him to y'all soon. I'm gonna send him to y'all soon.
Yeah, I'll critique the hell out of him.
That's a fact.
I gotta come down there to Fort Lauderdale. That's the only way I'm gonna know he legit or not. He gotta walk to a random park in Lauderdale and see what he's about.
And then if I go to D, you're gonna find out.
Yeah, I come to Virginia on that court. That's how I know he'll rock too. I already hit Free up. I told Free if they team playing close, I'm gonna try to let them rock.
Oh yeah, we out there. We gonna have the outdoor court setting up too, man. We gonna be good money.
I can't wait to come to y'all house, man. Oh, I can't wait.
I can't wait to give you these buckets.
Yeah, you
can't guard me, D-Buck.
Before we let you go, y'all both claim that y'all can rock. Now, I played rock 1-on-1. I was sleeping on him. I ain't gonna front. I was sleeping on him.
Yeah. What that mean, D-Buck? He got buckets.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, they both from Alabama. Like, you know what I mean? We in LA Fitness. He beat me by like a shot or whatever. But who y'all 1-on-1?
Yeah, that's hands down, bro.
What?
It's a bucket.
I think you had lost a step. Probably about. Listen, the first time I saw D-Butt hoop was at damn Clowney event in Florida, the receiver.
David Clowney.
Yeah, D Clowney.
Yeah. And I pulled up with Pierre. Me and Garcon pulled up. And D-Butt on the game did something crazy, like a crazy 360. I was like, what in the hell that come from? And then when he came to Indy, though, we used to go to the Y. We used to go to
LA Fitness.
LA Fitness. We used to get busy. But he can't guard me. He
got game.
D-Butt, D-Butt act like he got bunnies. He just his arms is dumb long. He got them.
Bro. At the combine, D-Butt jump. I ain't want to jump. At the combine, I said this nigga D. Oh man, y'all gonna have to bleep that. I said, boy, D-Butt is from Florida for real. He ran a 4.3 like it was light, like it was like, oh, I ain't get a good jump.
Yeah,
bro. That combine. I was looking at all y'all.
D-Butt is like a Westbrook. Like he athletic. He real athletic.
Stop. Nah, don't compare to Westbrook.
He's streaky.
Westbrook
real streaky.
Westbrook.
Westbrook. Hey, so Westbrook ain't nice.
Westbrook nice.
I'm talking about D-Buck.
His career. I'll take Westbrook. I'll take Westbrook back in the day. Now though, who would you compare your game to first?
Right now?
Right now.
I'm probably Kyle Lowry.
Savvy vet, find a way to win.
Yeah, savvy vet. You know what I'm saying? I might hit you with a move every now and then, but I'm gonna get my shots off. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. We was at GB career playing 21. I went in my 99 2000 mode on them boards, D-Buck.
Hey, stop.
Hey, you know, I got 19. You already know what that means. Hacking.
Yo,
you know
Twan arm bar is the strongest arm bar you gonna ever feel in basketball, yo. Like you gonna fight. That's a foul, Twan.
Have I seen you hoop, Twan?
Twan can hoop. Hey, Twan, remember when my sister came? You was about to get that old buddy at LA Fitness.
Oh yeah. I was about to punish. I was going to punish, buddy.
But do Twan play like a football player though?
Nah.
Twan got game. Nah, he can shoot and everything, and he gonna try to lock you up. You gonna have to play against Twan. Like your move gonna have to work.
Have you played against the Badger? You played against Badger because my boy Tavon told me he was nice. He's like, hey, y'all gotta play.
Y'all gotta get Ty on the pod and tell him about that. We went at it at 24-52.
Nah, we definitely gonna get Ty on the pod. I got
game though.
Yeah, I heard he got game too. I heard that too. I never went out and played with him when I was in AG, but we definitely will get him on the pod though. We let him get the season going or whatever and get him on here.
Word, man. Y'all got a dope pod, man. Keep that content coming.
Appreciate you, bro, man. Appreciate you taking the time out on your vacation, man. I know you said wifey probably waiting on you to go shopping, man, but definitely appreciate you taking the time out, come chopping it up with us.
Man, they dipped an hour ago. We've been doing this for an hour. Y'all need to send my check to my address.
We got you.
Check.
We got it,
bro. Love y'all.
All right, bro. Love you too, bro. There you have it. Another episode of the Man to Man Pod. Again, man, appreciate our brother, JP Jerraud Powers, man. I'm Antoine Bethea, my co-host, D-Buck. See you next time. Peace.